So not long ago, I found out just how much it means to brine a turkey or soak it in a solution of salt and spices overnight. It totally changes the taste of the turkey, the texture of the turkey, and it is very much worth doing. And I resisted it for years because it was hard to do. It was hard to get the equipment. Well, now it's not. You get this right here, and you can get it in many places. I saw it online several places. It's easy to get, and all you do is, well, I'm going to show you. I've got a video I want to drop in where I did this 13.64 pound butterball fresh turkey. I boiled a little bit of seasonings that I bought at Costco. It was simple as it gets. Put it in there, put it in the refrigerator, and we're about to cook it in my Ninja Foodi XL Pro air frying oven. And I'm looking for some really great results. I'm John Sanders, also known as Jelly 007. Let's get this started. Okay, so like I said, I've got a video clip where last night, about 24 hours ago, I set up the turkey briner, or the briner bucket, and I put this Butterball Fresh 13.64 pound turkey in it. And it has been in my refrigerator all night. I'm going to drop the video in. You can see exactly what you have to do. Here's what I use, but you're about to see all that. So I'm going to do that, and I'll see y'all back in just a second. Okay, so as I probably just described, it is the night before, and we're about to get the turkey in the brining solution in this briner bucket. And I'm going to show you all that in just a minute. Really neat device. I've got to boil some water, 1 gallon, and put 2 cups of this right here, which is Rodale turkey brine. I've never used it, but I got it at Costco. I want to say it was $9 for that. I got to use 2 cups of it, so I have a feeling I can get at least 2 turkey brinings out of 1 container. So that's what I'm about to do. I've got to boil water or get it really hot and get, in other words, all you're doing is heating it up to get all this to melt or get, dissolved in the water. And then we've got to cool all that water down, get the turkey in there, and add a little more water, and I'll show you how that bucket works. So I will be back in just a second. Okay, this is worth showing, I believe, because I want you to look. I mean, it is loaded with stuff, and it has a really good smell. I am really anxious to see how it does. Right here's what's in it: salt, sugar, cranberries, exhausted vanilla beans, allspice, apple, black pepper, garlic, orange peel, rosemary, thyme, bay leaves, and sage. So that's what I'm about to put in here with 1 gallon of water and start this to boil a little bit. So, lay back. All right, a couple of things I wanted to show you right quick. This came with that container, the briner. There is a recipe they have for a basic brine recipe, and then there's the approximated times that you do whatever you're brining, turkey or chicken. And then it has, a couple other things right here. Just tells you what it's good for. This has been on probably 20 minutes. I had it at 200 degrees. And this is already in there. I'll show it to you. I just recently raised it to 250. But you can see, if you look, there's chunks of apples and cranberries and all. And I'm sure the salts and all have already, dissolved. But now I'm just wanting those apple chunks and all to rehydrate. So I'm going to get this in the sink, get it cleaned up. Once that comes to a boil, we're going to let it go for a little bit, and then we'll start cooling it down and getting ready to get the turkey in the bucket and get this brining started. Okay, here's what I do. I put this pot in the sink and I run cold water around it. And then I drain that at least once, maybe twice, because this water will get hot. And then I take ice from my ice machine. I mean, once it's cooled, if you dump ice in it right now, it just kind of melts it. It's a lot better to let the sink and the water in the sink kind of remove a lot of that heat. But we're just trying to get it, below 40 degrees. And then we're going to put the turkey and the brine in the bucket. And then I'm going to do something a little bit different there. I may put bags of ice in there to keep from diluting it. But we'll get to that in just a minute. I'll be back. All right, right there it is. And that is to the 8-quart mark. So that is 2 gallons. I'm going to transfer this hopefully without any problems, into the brining bucket. And there it goes. Still has some ice in it. In fact, there's a few little things of the mix in there, so I'm gonna make sure it goes in. And then here comes the turkey. We're gonna set it in, but I've already got everything ready. In fact, I had washed this bucket out already. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I think you can. There's the turkey right there. Now all we gotta do is find this piece right here, which it looks like this, and you see the these things right here that you push a turkey down with, like this. You push it down and then you lock this. Now I may adjust that a little bit, but right now you get the idea. You push it down and you lock it. So I gotta get the lid on there. I'm gonna put my thermometer in there so I can make sure I stay below 40 degrees all night. And I'll be right back when I get some of this done. All right, it wasn't such a big deal to get it in the refrigerator. And this way I don't have to worry about keeping ice on it all night and that alarm going off if it gets to, say, 39 degrees. So anyhow, there it is with a little bit of ice and around 38 degrees, 37 degrees by my probe I put in there. It is in the fridge and waiting on tomorrow. See you then. Okay, so I hope you got all you needed from that, but if not, hit me with a question and I will answer it as best I can. Right there's what it looks like, kind of common sense. That's what it looks like the next day, and you can smell it. It's got plenty of aroma. Now here's something that I want to touch on right quick, and it's to wash or not to wash. USDA, Department of Agriculture. And it gives a provision on when you should. It normally says do not wash your turkey, as many of you may know, but if you go to this website, it gives you instructions on how to wash a brined turkey, because you kind of have to wash them. So I'm going to follow their instructions, which is remove everything from your sink and a few things like that. I'll let you read it. I'm actually going to put a link to this page in the description of this video, although I don't normally do links. This will be there. So I'm going to get that washed, get it ready, and I will be right back. Okay, I've got it pretty much ready. And if you watch my videos, you know I've already cooked a turkey in an oven very similar. The only thing different on the one I cooked it in before is it wasn't a smart oven that has a thermometer probe. And I did pretty much the same thing with one big exception, which is brining. And I think it's a big deal. I don't want to, present something to a lot of people that they don't have. So I did one that way, but this one, I'm anxious. I am really anxious to see how it does. I'm also using different seasoning. Last time I put salt and pepper. This time I'm using Lawry's, which is one of my favorite for a turkey or chicken or anything. I'm going to put a little black pepper on it, but I've also, just like the last one, I've rubbed it with butter. I've got the legs tucked in, the thing that Butterball provides, where you don't have to tie them. But then, just so you'll know, I just take my wings and I flip them under there, just like that. Now I got to re-season that a little bit, but the reason is, if you don't, it kind of gets in the way. It may lay on the breast and it doesn't make it as pretty. Not a big deal. If you don't, it's not a crisis. But anyhow, like I said, I'm going to rub that with a little bit more butter or smooth that out a little bit and get that seasoned up. But we're also going to go ahead and start the preheat, which is whole roast function. 325 is our temp. And we'll be using the thermometer, so the time's not going to matter. So I'm going to hit start, let it preheat for whatever reason. It gives me a minute to do this for one. Probably wouldn't matter if you don't do the preheat. And then we'll set all this up, the thermometer, and get that going. So I'll be back. Okay, it just preheated. I've got everything done here with a little bit of cracked pepper, that's all. Now you see the avocado oil. I did not put that on the turkey, just on the pan, as last time's kind of helpful cleanup. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to get this right here. And this touching again, I'm going to have to move it just like I did with the other one. So we are there. Now again, that's a 13.64. I'll show you how it looks in just a minute. And I may have to turn it off to start this over again. So I've got to figure out, there it goes. All right, we're going to hit a preset. We're going to do I'm going to turn it off. So I'm going to hit stop. We're on whole roast still. I'm going to hit preset and then go through, let's see, you got to hit function for that. We're going to go to turkey. I'm sorry, don't have turkey. I'm bad. We're going to go to chicken, and it's the same thing. It's poultry. So we're at 165. Now, I may pull it at, say, 160, but we'll see. Anyhow, we are off and running with a 165 target. And in fact, we'll see what it takes. It's 115, so we'll see how long it takes. I will be back. Okay, here it is, just so you can see how much clearance you have with a 13.64 or 13.5 pound turkey. And you can see it's got what I consider is enough clearance. And anyhow, we're off and running, so see y'all back in a little bit. Okay, so it just clicked over to say 160, 161. It's been swapping between them. It's 248. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a temp read with the thermopen just to get an idea, to make sure that I have it probed right and that we're somewhere near those numbers. So here we go. Wow, a lot of heat came out of there. In fact, it fogged my glasses over. Let's see. Oh, it is a very good looking turkey. And I got 164, 165 right there, so I'm not even going to close the door back. We're going to pull it out. I got a feeling we're good, and the carryovers, even if it's 160 or 161 where that probe is, well, carryover's going to not have a problem with getting us to 165 even at that point. So I'm going to set it out. Let's see, right here. And you can see, oh, it looks, that is picture perfect. That is a Southern Living magazine cover, if you ask me. So what I'm going to do, I got to get some aluminum foil and tint that, and we're going to let it rest for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to cut into it, and I'll be back. All right, before I tint it, I wanted to show it to you because it is a very good looking turkey. It got one little hot spot right here. I don't really understand that yet, but nothing drastic, believe me. It'll be fine, but it looks good. So I'm going to get some aluminum foil on it. In about 30 minutes, we're going to slice into that. Be back. Okay, so last time when I did the other turkey, I didn't really understand how to use this function, which is the thermometer that I have left in the bird so we can track where our temp goes. Well, Bixby's counting my time for me, so it's been out about less than 4 minutes. If you want to see the current temp of that probe, as long as it's still connected, you just hold down the manual button for 3 seconds. And there it is. We're at 165 in about 4 minutes. We went from 161 to 165. Now, I don't know how far it's going to climb, but we're gonna keep an eye on it, and I'll let you know. Okay, let's look. Bixby says it's been out of the oven about 18 minutes. Let's see what it is. 165. And I've already checked it. I haven't seen it come off of 165. So it's a little strange, but there you go. All right, we got 1 minute and 24 seconds left of the 30 minutes. So that's close enough for me. And it never left 165. Let's see, it's still at 165. So I don't understand, but that's where it's been. So I'm going to remove it, and we're going to cut some off and see how it is. So let's do that. And I am going to make sure you can see what I'm doing. And there's one slice. I'm going to take the second slice to test it with. And of course, I got to get YouTube pictures. I'm going to take, well, that right there will do. I'm going to tell you, you can taste everything that's in that brine. I mean, I taste some of the seasoning, the salt. The salt is perfect. I mean, and I had it a little heavy. And as far as their chart, I'll try and find that in a minute. I went a little long, but take my word, there's nothing wrong with the taste of that turkey. Not only is there nothing wrong with it, you'll not beat that. I promise you, if you try it, you will feel the same way I do. And there goes my timer. So there's the 30 minutes. But my point is, you put that on some sandwich, on some good bread with some mayonnaise, and it is impossible to beat. So, brining's a lot easier than it used to be. And I really think if you try it, you will like it. And I've showed you everything I know. And there may be, people may have better ideas and all, but what I did worked perfect. And that thumbs up, I moved it up here, so maybe y'all will give me a thumbs up. But brining is worth doing, even though, like I said, I've resisted it myself for a long time. It seems like a lot of trouble, but it's not anymore. It's a lot easier with the stuff you can get. And you don't even have to put it in the refrigerator. You can put ice in that bucket and just kind of monitor it. And that's what I was going to do, but it was easy enough to put in my refrigerator. So anyhow, I'm about to make me some sandwiches of this fantastic tasting turkey. And it looks great too. I mean, it's pretty and it's good. I love y'all all. Come back to see me. I'll probably be doing one more turkey before Thanksgiving gets here. We eat them all the time. And there you go. Y'all come back to see me. Bye-bye.